Hello, hello, hello. Thank you everyone for joining me. It is indeed 10 o'clock on, what is it, Sunday night, December the 29th. Glad you guys are here. And I want to, let me turn that off here. I want to talk Canucks. Welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live. And this is going to be hopefully a weekly thing that I do every Sunday night. I feel Sunday night's a really good time for me to look back at the week that was, to look ahead to the week that will be. And I don't know about you, but on Sunday nights, I kind of take stock of the week and also set myself up for the week in my own work life, in my own personal life. So I thought, why not I'm always home on Sunday night at 10. It's the one night of the week that I am home consistently. So why not engage with some of you here on YouTube? So I'm going to give a quick intro. I'm not going to do this every Sunday because I think a lot of you know me, or at least know of me through what I do. But I'll give a very quick and brief intro now, give you some impressions, some of my impressions of tonight's game, of where the Canucks are at. And then I'm going to jump right to the chat box and engage with all of you, because I don't want this to be 30, 40 minutes of me just talking. I want it certainly to be interactive. I want us to ask questions of each other, get answers from one another. And then if you saw on Twitter, we have a special surprise for you. It's not really a surprise. At 10:40 tonight, my son Jacob, he's my middle son. He's the one who doesn't know anything about the Canucks, but he's very entertaining on camera. Not to put too much pressure on him, but he will join us for the last part of our live stream here today. All right, so I'm gonna take a quick drink of my favorite beverage, Pepsi, and let's get going. Welcome everyone to Clay's Canucks Commentary Live here on YouTube. I'm Clay Emo. I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter. I'm Clay Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCBC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take, and especially in one take because we are live tonight. So for those of you who follow me on YouTube or on Twitter, you know that I'm a Canucks season ticket holder. I've been so since the 2010-2011 season. It was an amazing season to become a Canucks season ticket holder, because that's, of course, the year the Canucks were one game away from winning the Stanley Cup. So I'm first and foremost, when it comes to the Canucks, I'm a Canucks season ticket holder, being so for the last 9 seasons. I also am a YouTube vlogger. I have a decent sized channel, about 4,200 subscribers. I actually have more followers on Twitter, 4,300 there. And I always say, because I have more followers on Twitter than I have subscribers on YouTube, that's good for my Twitter account and not so good for my YouTube account, but that's okay. I appreciate, as I mentioned in my Christmas message a few days ago, I appreciate all of you for taking the time out to watch my videos, to comment, to subscribe, to like them. And even tonight, a perfect example, there's 3 dozen of you on right now, which is amazing, and I thank you for taking the time out. Maybe Sunday night's a really good time for all of you as well. Leave a comment in the chat box if you indeed like the Sunday night time. But even if you propose a different time for me, I'm not going to do it, because no other time works well for me except for this. So thank you for being here. So Canucks season ticket holder, vlogger. I do daily YouTube vlogs for the Vancouver Canucks, about the Vancouver Canucks is probably a better way to say it. I usually do them in the morning, and then I'll do some post-game vlogs, especially sometimes if I'm watching the game or if I'm at the game, I'll do intermission reflections. But really, the bread and butter of my YouTube channel is daily vlogs about the Vancouver Canucks, and then post-game vlogs where I talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing that I want to talk about that might not fit in the like or not like category. And I appreciate that you guys, in responding to me in some of those post-game vlogs, have also given me what you like, what you didn't like, and one other thing. So that's really cool to see as well. A couple other things that I do with the Canucks, or for the Canucks, or about the Canucks. I write haiku, the famous Japanese poem, the 575, 17 syllables. I write a haiku after every game, and I'm running a brief, fun little contest where I invite you to submit haiku as well. Just make sure there's 17 syllables. I can't really award a winner, make you a winner if you don't even count the syllables right. But give me I pick one prior to the next game or during the next game, and then all 82 winners at the end of the season, I'm going to do a randomizer on the internet, pick one, and then I'm going to personally give you a $100 gift card to spend at the Canucks store. So just a small way of thanking you for your loyalty and for engaging with me on Twitter. So there we go. Canucks season ticket holder, vlogger, haiku writer, 2 other things. One of them, I am a parody song creator. I've written 3 dozen songs over the past decade, either with or for the Vancouver Canucks. Sometimes it's just me in my living room with some really good-looking and talented singers like Marie Huey. Other times it's working with the Canucks, working with their staff. In fact, the Brady Bunch for the 70s night, that was my creation. Other times it's Christmas carols that you saw that I've done recently, or sometimes once in a while I'll actually work with the team and we'll get players into our videos like Jake Vertanen was a few years ago. So Aside from season ticket holder, vlogger, haiku writer, I am a songwriter as well about and for the Vancouver Canucks, which I've been blessed to do. And I think we lost the stream for a quick second, but I think we're back. The GLCPC, I was talking about the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club. You just got to be good looking and you just got to be positive, but there's no judgment. There's no membership fee. There's no application fee. If you're good looking and you're a Canucks fan and you're positive, then you are a member of the GLCPC. I'm sorry about that lost connection. I'm not sure what happened. I usually have a pretty good internet connection here at home. So hopefully give me a thumbs up or a hello in the comment section if you indeed can hear me and see me once again. I apologize for that little hiccup. Okay, thank you, Harry. Thanks for doing that. And hi. Okay, so I'm gonna get to the comment section in a second. So aside from all that, vlogger, season ticket holder, GLCPC founder, songwriter, and poet. I'm just a fan. I'm not a broadcaster. I'm not an analyst. But I think, I hope that you can trust me in my analysis. I'm not an expert, but you can see that I do go to games and I understand the game. I haven't played at ice hockey at a high level, but I play casual roller hockey, but I've been going to games for, like I said, regularly for a decade, and I watch all the games on TV. So hopefully you can trust what I say, but I'm not an expert, and I love engaging with you, and I love it when you guys affirm me, but I love it when you also point out when I say something wrong, or if you don't agree with one of my stances, which is awesome. Okay, a couple of other things, then we're getting right to the chat boxes. The chat box. Why do I record from my car? I record from my car because I usually record the vlogs generally when I'm on my way to work. Just before I get to my office, I'll stop and I'll turn on the video camera, the iPhone, and I like to pride myself on saying it's my Canucks take all in one take. It's because I don't do the jump cuts, I don't do the editing, the titles, the graphics, all those things, and I give respect to everyone that has time to do that. But I just like to record my vlog, go in my office, press upload, and then I'm done for the day. Like I'll respond to tweets and comments throughout the day, but really it's a nice way to start the day. And I think it kind of shows that I know what I'm talking about. I don't have to edit things. I don't have to, splice things together and make me sound smarter. Actually, maybe I should try and make myself sound smarter. But I think that's kind of the one thing that I like to do is pride myself on, is be able to talk off the cuff with no notes, with no stats about the Vancouver Canucks. And that's it. And most importantly, aside from all that, I'm a husband and I'm a father. I've been married to my lovely wife, Gail, for 19 years, going on 20 years. We've been dating for 30 years, which is crazy. Probably older than most of you watching this. But we've been dating for 20 years now. We're going to go on our 20th anniversary trip in the summer. And we have 3 kids. Sean, who's in Mexico right now, he's 18 years old, first year at Sauder, UBC Business School, did really well in his first term, but he's in Mexico with his girlfriend and his girlfriend's family for Christmas. Then we have Jacob, the grade 11. He's the national bowling champion, 10-pin for his age, 16 and under, and he's the 2-time national bowling champion. He's gonna make an appearance in about half an hour to wind up this chat. And then we have our daughter, Kayla, grade 7 at St. Paul School. By the way, Jake's at Hugh Boyd School, public school in Richmond, and Kayla's at grade 7, St. Paul's Catholic School, where my lovely wife, Gail, teaches. And they sacrifice a lot. They allow me to do all these Canucks things because they know it's one of my biggest passions, aside from my faith and my family, of course, and my ministry. Okay, that's enough about me. Thank you for sitting through all of that. If you're still here, God bless you. Let's talk about the Canucks. 5 straight wins. They have climbed up to 2nd place in the Pacific Division. And the cool thing is, you might have seen on Twitter, I do these team playoffs watch, where I always tweet out the standings at the end of every night, regardless of when the Canucks have played. But I always talk about what the Pacific teams did. And the Canucks started off first, second in the league, right, in the division, I should say, in October. Then in November, they dropped as low as 5th, and they fought themselves all the way back, and now they're 2nd place in the division. They're only 2 points behind the Vegas Golden Knights, but they have 2 games in hand. So if the Canucks even just win one of those, technically they'll be tied with the Vegas Golden Knights. So that's awesome. They are tied in points with Arizona, but we played 1 less game than them. And then we are now ahead of Calgary, Edmonton, Anaheim, San Jose, and Los Angeles. So I don't think it's a fluke. I really think that October was probably a little better than we are. November was not as bad as, we weren't as bad as we were playing. And now we're kind of settling into where I thought we'd be, battling for a playoff spot. And actually, they're playing above my expectations a little bit, but maybe it's because we have the weakest division out of all 4 divisions, right? We have St. Louis, really crushing the Central Division. We have Washington doing really well in the Metro, and then we have Boston crushing the Atlantic Division. So of all 4 divisions, our division leader, the Vegas Golden Knights, it might be us in a week, we are the lowest point total of those 4 teams. And, that kind of speaks to why the Canucks are doing so well. But we're not making excuses, right? We are happy and we are loving the way the Canucks are playing. If you saw my vlog from the post game tonight, I love the secondary scoring we were getting, especially tonight when you have Tyler Myers getting 3 points, you have Tanner Pearson getting 3 points, you have Louis Eriksson checking in with a point, with an assist. Then you also had Jake Virtanen with 2. Then you still had usual cast character as well, at least some of them. Horvat had 2 points, and then Besser had an assist. Quinn Hughes had an assist, but Pettersson and Miller, two of our top 3 scorers, they were held off the score sheet tonight. But that's okay. That's okay. If other guys are doing it, then we should be very happy. Thatcher Demko, great game in a return from a concussion. I vlogged earlier this morning about this Markstrom Demko thing is going to be very interesting. I want to chat about that. That's one talking point I have for sure, is what are we going to do about Demko, Markstrom? What do you think we should do? What do you think is going to happen? And I loved our power play. Again, one of the best power plays in the league and one of the most dangerous ones for sure. So a lot of good things. So I'm going to jump into the chat box now, and I'm going to start answering you guys because I think that was 10 minutes straight of me blabbing, and no one wants that. So let me have a sip of water. No, a sip of Pepsi. You guys doing okay? Give me a wave or a thumbs up or a hello, and then we'll get going. I'm going to answer everything. But at 10:40, in half an hour, Jacob is coming down, so that's when I will have to cut it off. All right, here we go. Hello Shot, hi. Chris DeMarco, hi. Oh, Ken. Oh, this is really cool. I'm recognizing a lot of names, you guys that comment on my videos. Ken, hi. Ken, amazing last 5 games. Yes, I agree. Alfred, one of the best haiku writers and best post-game reporters. Howdy, awesome win tonight. Yes, I agree. Calgary, not in our league. Not in our league at all. Well, David Rich certainly isn't in our league. Clay Emo, welcome. Oh, no, that's me. Alfred, those are the key wins to be successful in division. Absolutely. And we didn't play a lot of Pacific Division teams in October, November, but now that we have in December and we're beating teams like Calgary and Edmonton and Vegas, not only is it really good for our confidence and really good for point totals, but you're also denying other teams in your division their opportunity to get points. That's why the Canucks have shot up in the Pacific Division so quickly. Ken, I like the fact they're beating division rivals. I agree. Jetty Jaden, hey Clay. Christopher, do you think the Canucks will make the playoffs? Yes, I do. They might not finish first or second. Maybe, I think Vegas and Arizona, by the time the season ends, are going to have something to say about that. But I certainly think the Canucks can make the playoffs, especially the way they're playing right now. And I love to see them finish first or second, but I have a feeling they might wind up in third or into the wild card spot. But I don't think anyone will complain about that. And then we can give that first round draft pick to the Tampa Bay Lightning for the JT Miller trade. Jedi, if I don't say your whole screen name, don't worry. It's just because I want to get through all these. Jedi, being a fan for a while, would love a shout out. Jedi Jaden YT, here's your shout out. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your loyalty. Jamie, awesome game tonight by Myers. Yes. 2 goals and an assist in the first period alone. He looked good. And he started the season well. Then I think he dipped a little bit, especially he had a few rough games. But we've seen what he's good at. He can skate. He's got some good offensive awareness. What is he bad at? Well, sometimes playing defense. But I think overall, not a slam dunk, but I think it's been a good signing for us. We'll see how that signing turns out in a few years, though. But right now, I'm fine with it. Samuel Brands, 5-game win streak. Yes. Ken, agreed. Pearson Myers, huge game. Yes. Brock Besser, hi. Hi, Brock. Thanks for taking the time to be here after your game tonight. White Ninja, hi. Edmund, hi. Edmund, thanks for always commenting. I appreciate that. Harry Ma, hi. Hi, Harry. How are you? Brock Besser, I have a major headache, and I puked at least 5 times today. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not sure why, but if you want to leave a comment why, and as long as it's PG, I'll read it out. Austin, yes. Hey, Austin, nice to see you. Harry, great win for the Canucks. I agree. Edmund, Clay, do you sell Canucks tickets at times? Yeah, I saw, I peeked over. I saw some people answer this. And by the way, I know I talk really quickly. I try and slow down when I do the vlogs, but I have a lot to say in limited time. So hopefully you can stick with me. And if you don't understand something I say, I mess up a lot. I stutter a lot too because I speak so quickly, because I do this whole Canucks take and one take thing. But I think that's part of the, that's part of the raw transparency of this all. So if I speak too quickly, I apologize. You just have to watch the replay or just try and make up what I said. Okay. Edmund, do you sell tickets at times? Yes, I saw some people answer this as well. I do sell tickets. I go to about 1/3 of the games. Between me and my season ticket partner, Mike, we go to about 1/3 of the games, and then we sell or give away to charity. But usually we sell the other 2/3 of the games. We sell for prices that are cheaper than Ticketmaster, but more than what we pay because we got to make a little bit of money. But we certainly, aside from the Toronto, Montreal games, I think our prices are very fair, very competitive, and very comparable. So yeah, I have 6 more games to sell in the new year, a couple good ones. So if you want me to send you the ticket list, send me an email just to clayemo@shaw.ca. That's CLAYIMOO. I'm going to type it in the chat box right now. clayemo@shaw.ca. And if you just send me an email and say, hey, Clay, can you send me your ticket list? And I would be happy to do so. And my seats, for those of you who know that Rogers Arena, I'm in section 319, which is right above the wheelchairs in the Canucks offensive corner. So above the opposing goalie's left shoulder. We are in row 13, seats 1 and 2. So it's great. It's on the aisle, and you can get out to the guys' washroom in 2.5 minutes in the commercial break, which I pride myself on doing. So really great seats. Unobstructed view unless you have a jerk sitting in front of you, like leaning over, or he's 7 foot tall. But aside from that, really, really good seats and no complaints. So if you want me to send you the ticket list, I will happily do so. Just send me an email, clayemo@shaw.ca. All right, Harry, second in the standings now. Yep, just talked about that, but let's go. Samuel Yee, Shiraz, Clay does sell tickets. Yes, thank you. Magnesium Hay. Fair. Hello, Clay. I sure hope the guys push to get in the playoffs. Good win tonight. Who will be taken out when Sutter and or Ferland return? Excellent question, Eve. It's hard to take Gaudette out, which you think might happen because Sutter is a center. Some would argue that Sutter and Beagle are redundant because they play a very similar game. But how do you break although they get the least amount of ice time because of matchups, do you break the Gaudette, Roussel, Vertanen lineup, or do you take out someone like Schaller? Because that Schaller, Mott, Beagle, aside from I think there's one game where they didn't play well. I think it was actually the Kings game. But aside from that, they've been playing well. Everyone's been playing well over the last 5 games. So I think Louis Eriksson, although he's on the second line, it's funny how he's elevated to the second line, but that's mostly because of Levo's injury, his long-term injury. I think Eriksson is the first to go out, sad to say. And then after that, then you're looking at some rotation of Schaller, Mott, and maybe Gaudette as well from not a rest standpoint, he's a young guy, but maybe just to give a different look to the team. But I definitely think Eriksson would be number 1, and then one of Schaller, Mott, or Gaudette, or even Beagle, depending on what kind of look they're. Because obviously the Lotto line's untouchable, Horvat's untouchable, I'd say Pearson's untouchable, I'd say Jake Virtanen's untouchable, and I'd say Roussel's untouchable. The other 5 guys, I think you could argue could come out for one of those 2 guys. Go Canucks, go. Austin, what should we do with Ben? Nothing, Austin. I think Oscar Vandenberg has been a revelation. He's been awesome. I think it's a great problem to have. And not just because I wish ill will on anyone. Of course I don't. I think it's natural to expect that another Canucks D-man is going to get injured. Hopefully not soon, but it's going to happen. You're never going to go all 82 games without any injuries, and we've seen that already. Hughes has even missed 1 game. Edler's been out. Tana's been out. So I do think that Ben will get in, but he just might have to wait. You know, you don't tinker with a winning lineup, and the Canucks have won 5 straight, bringing them up to second place. So I think whether it's Ben or it's Fantenberg, you know, one of those guys, they know that maybe Stetcher. Those are the 3 guys that I would see coming out of the lineup for each other. You don't touch Edler, Tanev, Myers, or Hughes. That's what I think is going to happen. But I think Ben's just got to bide his time, be a good veteran, and know that this kind of comes with the territory, right? Hell of a shot. Is he late? Samuel, lost connection. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. Hopefully it doesn't happen again, but I lost connection for about 5 seconds. Hi, I can hear you. Good. Stream is fine now. Hello back. Yeah. Do you see the Canucks making any minor trades before the deadline? Great question, Jamie. That's a really good question. Minor trades, you know, if they're really comfortable with their prospect pipeline, which you could argue maybe at 4 they are, but at D they aren't. Maybe they tinker a little bit, especially if Levo takes longer than 3 months, and let's say they really are missing some scoring in top 6. But I think the way he's going, you could put Virtanen up there right now. So I think it's a 50-50 shot. I can see a lot of people saying, no, don't touch this team at all. Let them go, and let's see what they deserve a chance to try and get in on their own merit. But I could also see some people say, no, we're actually overachieving. Let's do it now while Pettersson and Hughes are on cheap contracts. Let's go for it now and kind of see what happens. Not blow up, do anything crazy. But as you said, a minor trade, Jamie. I think it's 50-50. But, you guys, let me know what you think. Do you think the Canucks, do you think they should make a minor trade before the deadline if they're still where they are? And do you think they will? So should they, and do you think they will? I'd love to know what you guys think. To me, I think it's 50-50 right now. A bunch of thumbs ups, and I can hear you. Thanks, guys. I'm excited to get the new Orca 50th anniversary jersey soon. Yeah, Harry, go do it. That's awesome. Getting Quinn Hughes for the player jersey, good choice. That's my latest jersey is the black skate, Quinn Hughes, and I love it. It looks sick. Ryan, Jake has turned a corner, a huge corner. Yeah, Ryan, I agree with you. I've talked about that a few times in my vlogs this season. I've always liked Jake Virtanen. I think many of you know the story. I sat with his parents at a preseason game, and I only knew that because I bought a Jake Virtanen jersey. I pulled it out of my bag, and I hear a guy behind me say, "Hey, that's a nice looking shirt." Turned out to be Rainier Virtanen, Jake's dad, and we had a really good chuckle. And of course, I had to drop the line, "Hey, Jake was in one of my music videos, blah blah blah." And then we started talking, and they told me that, of course, he was just disappointed to be sent down in his second season, but here's his year in Utica was awesome. He played under Travis Green. He learned under Travis Green. They actually told me that Darren Archibald, he's gone now, but he was his biggest mentor. So that year taught him how to be a pro. And, I never got into those things. Oh, he's a bust, or, I wish we took in this guy instead or that guy instead. Jake's going to be fine. If he turns out to be a third liner, that's okay. If he turns out to be a second liner, that's awesome. That's kind of what we want from a 6th overall pick. But yes, I think we just needed to wait for him to mature. He's got the speed, he's got the size, he's got the shot, an awesome release. His hockey IQ is getting better. I don't think it's mean to say it maybe wasn't as good as it could be, but he's starting to show, he is really turning a corner, like you said. That's a great way of putting it. And I think he's starting to put everything together. And he could be not a core piece, but an important piece of the Canucks to come. Excellent. Efren agreed with Ryan, and I did too. So that means I agree with Elfren. Thanks, Elfren. Harry, going to the game on January 2nd? No, the next game I'm going to is actually not till the 16th and the 18th. I'm going to those 2 games on Thursday the 16th and Saturday the 18th. So I'm not going for a while. Jedi, I got a Horvat jersey for Christmas. I'm going to Canucks game in Buffalo in 2 weeks. That's awesome. You're going to have to let me know how that goes. That's pretty cool. Fernando, hi Clay. Hello, Fernando. Chris, how many points do you think the Canucks will get this season? Well, they have 46 points in 40 games. That's basically half the season. If they get 1 or 2 in the next, then you double it. I think they're good for 94 or 95 points. That might not get you third in the Pacific, but I think that will snag a wild card spot. So I'm going to say 95 points. Let me know in the comments how many points you guys think the Canucks will get. 95 seems about right. Yeah, maybe that's a little... No, I think that's good. We'll go with 95. Shotgun Jake has been amazing this year. Jamie, I agree. Samuel, that sweet man. Oh, talking about Jedi, about going to Buffalo game. Yes, Edmund. Wish Myers got the Hattie. I did too, but I don't know. I think Twitter would have blown up along with all of our computers and phones. But yeah, he had a really, really good game. I'm happy for him. Thanks, Sam. Shotgun Jake. Samuel, my bad. Hell of a shot. The Canucks have to make the best of the next few games. Make hay while they can. Yes, I looked at it. 7 of the next 9 games, and I've been vlogging about this too. 7 of the next 9 games are against teams that are not in a playoff position right now. Chicago, the Rangers, believe it or not, Buffalo and Tampa are not in a playoff position, but Florida is. Florida leapfrogged Montreal. But I guess that's a tricky thing. We can say 7 of the next 9 are against teams that aren't in a playoff position, but that Atlantic Division, that 3rd place, is just like the Pacific. Teams are bouncing all over the place. It's Montreal, Florida, Tampa, and Buffalo all battling for that 3rd spot in the Atlantic right now. So the point is, we're playing against teams that are equal to us in the standings or below us often, and we need to take advantage. And it's a bonus when we are beating teams, for the last 5 wins against Vegas, against Pittsburgh, against Calgary, and against Edmonton. All 4 of those teams were ahead of us in the standings when we beat them. So the Canucks are not only beating teams that they're equal to and below them, like the LA Kings, they're beating teams above them. And when you're beating teams that are above you in the same division, again, that's why the Canucks are climbing so quickly. 2 games ahead on Vegas. Yes. Tanner Pearson almost hat trick too. Yes. What the heck? Oh, Goblin Toss Gaming. Can Virtanen be a legitimate top 6 forward if he continues to space? Yeah, I think he's kind of a tweener. I think he could be a top 6, definitely not a top line, but like a second line player. And maybe he already shown that he can be a 3rd line player. So I think he's right there. He's kind of in the middle. So that's the definition of middle 6, right? You're either second line or 3rd line. I think he's a middle 6 player right now. He can play up to the top 6, but with all due respect to Jake, who I love, I just talked about him for a few minutes. I think if we can have someone else in the top 6, so then he's a great player on our 3rd line, then that just means our team's a lot stronger. So can he be a legitimate top 6? Yes, but I don't think that's the best outlook for the Canucks, if you follow what I'm saying. But you can disagree with me for sure. Alfred, we have to take advantage of these games in hand if we want to continue up the standings. Absolutely. Fernando, I just skipped a bunch of things here. Dang it. Well, that's good. You guys are leaving a lot of comments, but I just skipped a bunch. Give me a second. Fernando, where was I? There. Health. Can Virtanen be... Ken, healthy equals playoffs. Yes, I agree. Michael, sorry, Clay. I think it would be 2 or 1 in division. Hey, Michael, don't apologize. If I'm I'm usually not the one who undersells a team. I'm usually the most positive guy, optimistic guy. But yeah, if the Canucks finish 2-1, I'll be thrilled with that. Any Canucks trade rumors, Gary? I haven't heard much. We hear a bit about Troy Stecher because he's going to become, an RFA, and maybe that he's looking for a big raise, and maybe the Canucks, kind of the same thing as Ben Hutton, they don't want to go to arbitration because they're afraid of the numbers Stetcher's going to get. So that one will be interesting, especially if Brogan Rafferty continues to light up with Utica. If Nikita Tramkin comes back, I'm not sure about that. So there might be a way to move Troy Stecher. I don't want them to. I love him. I'm from Richmond. He's from Richmond. Richmond guys are cool guys, good-looking guys. So we'll see what happens. So I haven't heard anything formal, just what you guys have heard in the media as well. Arizona hasn't played as good since the Hall trade. That's a great point, Jamie. Arizona is falling a little bit. It looked like they're going to run away the division for a little bit. Laura, do you think we will be in a wild card spot or top 3 spot come playoff time? You might have heard that, or maybe you typed this and then it took me so long to answer it. I think that we'll finish in 3rd or a wild card. Top 2 would be awesome. Michael thinks we're going to finish top 2, but I think we'll be in 3rd place. If I had to guess, I'll say 3rd place. Taylor Hall being traded was great for the Canucks. I agreed. Alfred Vertanen having a career high in goals this season. Very impressed with the game. Me too. Brock Besser, I am sick. Sorry to hear that, Brock, but you played well today. Jacob, what do you think about Ben being out? I kind of talked about that earlier. I think a lot of these is because I talk so much, and by the time I get to your question, I've already talked about it. I think Ben's just got to wait his turn. Brock, do you know all the season ticket? No, Brock, I do not know all the season ticket holders because there's probably 8 or 10,000 of them. I know the guys that sit around me. Like I know my season ticket partner. I know the guy next to me named Jens. If you ever seen my intermission reflections, I always have him in there with me. But no, I don't know all the season ticket holders. But you start to see familiar faces around the arena for sure. I'm going to my White Ninja. I'm going to my first game in Arizona, versus Arizona in March. Awesome. Meninder Minhas, high clay secondary scoring finally helped the Canucks with. Do you think Vancouver needs to call up prospects from Utica to help with offense? No, I do not think the Canucks have to call up any prospects. I actually think if they call it from Utica, anyone from Utica, it'll be someone who's a veteran, someone like a Berchi, although I think that ship has sailed, a Godolbin, a Boucher, and then the guys like Cole Lind and Gadjevich and those guys, I think they're still a year away. And we just talked about the Sutter's not playing, Ferland's not playing, Levo's hurt. I think the Canucks definitely have enough depth with their pro players right now. So I do not anticipate any major call-ups from Utica. If it is, there's a guy like Zach McEwen who's not supposed to do scoring. He's supposed to provide some grit for our bottom lines. So that's what I think. There it is, clayemo@shaw.ca if you want to my season ticket list. How much are season tickets? White Ninja, if you ask. My seats, they'll set you back at least a couple grand. We'll put it that way for one seat. Because think about it, it's about 40 games a year, and then your seats are at least $50 a seat. Cheapest one is about $50 a seat. So at bare minimum, it costs $2 grand for one seat. Matthew, hey Clay, hey, you're doing L's now. Oh, I lefty all around. I thought that meant you're doing losses now, but that means live streams. Yeah, I actually did a few of these throughout the year. Then I got away from them, but I thought this is a great way to build my audience and to not just about building the audience, more importantly, engage with all of you real time. So that's why I'm going to try and do this once a week now. Cool. Lefty, did Eriksson play tonight? I was just watching. Eriksson did play. In fact, he got an assist and was noticeable. He's because he played on Horvat and Pearson's line. Horvat got 3 points. Pearson got 3 points. Horvat got 2. Eriksson got 1. Edmund, I hope Ferland is okay and he can pick it up as well. Yeah, that's the one signing that I've been disappointed in. Fantenberg was good. Ben was good. Myers has been good. Obviously, Miller, the trade, has been really good. Ferland, I really had high hopes for him. I remember how he terrorized the Canucks in the 2015 playoffs. I think all 6 Canucks D-men still have scars from that. The way he was smoking Yannick Weber and Lucas Pisa and all those guys. But he has been a disappointment. I hope that he can recover fully from concussion. But Canucks are doing well without him. And you obviously want him to be healthy first, and then we'll see what happens. We have him for 3 or 4 years. I can't remember what the contract is. I know it's 3 or 4 years. So you don't want that to be dead money, right? You want him to be a big part of this team. So it's still early in his tenure, but we hope and pray for a full recovery for Michael Ferland. All right, let's keep on going. I'd say keep Eriksson. He's been great defensively. Yeah, he's been good defensively, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's if he stays in when both Sutter and Ferland are healthy, I'm just not sure about that. And I have nothing against him. I just think he's the least effective out of everyone. But he can kill penalties if he has to, and he's been solid. He's certainly not a liability defensively, so I will give you that. He got an assist. Richmond represent exactly. Baseball Jones, are you from Richmond as well? Edmund, will you shotgun a beer if Jake gets 20 goals? I think Edmund knows from watching either my Twitter or my YouTube, I don't drink alcohol. It's not because I'm a Catholic or a Christian. It's just never been a big thing for me. I've actually never tried excessively, so I don't know what my limit is. I'll tell you a very quick story. I went down to Vegas for my stag 20 years ago, and Vegas of all places for a guy who doesn't really gamble or doesn't drink, so that was kind of interesting. But we still had fun, bunch of church guys. But we were in a club, and they were playing that Pee Wee Herman song, Tequila. Give me a thumbs up if you remember that song. But it's an old song. It goes, na 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 na, and it's called Tequila. So for the whole song, for the club played that song, and for that whole song, you got free tequila shots. Well, I know the guys were going to find me, so I ran into the washroom, and I locked myself in a stall, and none of my guy friends could find me for the next 3 minutes. Now, you might say, Clay, that's pathetic. You're a wimp. How could you? I'm embarrassed. I'm going to stop watching you, and that's fine. I will not judge you, but I don't drink alcohol. I drink my Pepsi, although I'm going to cut back in the new year. So, Edmund, no, I will not shotgun a beer. Although I think if I tried it and recorded it, it might get some really good views, but I'm not going to sell out that way. I'll sell out other ways, but not that way. All right. He made a sick play where he baited Giordano to make a bad pass and intercepted and got a clear on the penalty kill. I'm sure you're talking about Eriksson. That's cool. Jamie, have you been watching Hoglander and Podkolzin at the World Junior? Day one, I did. And I saw Hoglander's sweet lacrosse goal. I saw Podkolzin's goal. But I only watched day one of the World Juniors. I haven't seen the last two. I've been following their stats and obviously the results of everyone. Actually, I was out yesterday. I was bowling in a tournament, so I didn't see that 6-0 thrashing of Canada by Team Russia. So I'll certainly, I'm going back to work tomorrow, so I won't be able to watch all the games, but I'll certainly stay on top of what those guys are doing. Edmund, were you disappointed with the Seahawks losing today? Yeah, I was. I'm not a huge NFL fan. I know enough about it. I came in second in my fantasy pool, which is good for me and then really bad for the 8 guys I beat. But yeah, I was disappointed. I think the Seahawks had a chance to win. Some poor clock management at the end of that game, but just makes their route a little tougher. Exciting to see the buzz with Marshawn Lynch coming back, and we'll see what happens. Obviously, I'm cheering for them more than any other team. And fun fact, my YouTube channel, very grateful for the growth it's seen, but it actually grew the most when I recorded 2 Seahawks parody songs. I started this video talking about my Canucks parody songs, but it was my 2 Seahawks parody songs that are my most 2 highly viewed videos, and they're with my friends Marie and Ariel when the Seahawks went back-to-back Super Bowls. They won one, they lost one. Those videos have almost 300,000 views each. So check it out. We did a parody of Taylor Swift and then a parody of Katy Perry, actually, in another order. Katy Perry first, Taylor Swift second. So if you want to check it out after this, go check out my Seahawks videos. They're a lot of fun. Do you trade Virtanen for Puljujarvi? Oh, good question. I don't think Edmonton would do that deal, actually. Maybe not. Would I do that? I really like Jake. I know I was high on Puljujarvi the year he got drafted, but I don't want to say he's damaged goods, but we just haven't seen what he can do. I'm not sure if I make that trade, but I'd have to think about it. Some would say, yeah, do it in a heartbeat because of Puljujarvi's potential, but I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if Edmonton would make that trade, quite frankly. I don't know if Vancouver would make that trade, but that's kind of interesting to think about. Leave a comment. I'd love to know what you guys think, and maybe I'm being too loyal to our guy, Jake. Daniel, quick question. If you had to get rid of a player, Pettersson, Brock, or Hughes, who would it be and why? Oh, man, why do you make me do that? If I had to pick one of those 3 very quickly, I would choose Brock. I think Pettersson, you can't give away an elite, foundational first-line center. He could be our first-line center for the next 10 or 12 years, depending on, and Quinn, same thing. You can't get rid of a number 1 D-man and a foundational D-man. So I really think, you always talk about a goal. You need a good goalie, but you especially need a good center and a good D-man, and we have that in Pettersson and Hughes. Besser, I like him. He can be a very, very impactful player, but you can also get other scoring wingers. So if I had to pick one of those 3 guys, I would say bye to Brock. Let me know what you guys think. White Ninja, no way Naslund scores. I can't remember what Naslund score said anymore, so I apologize. You don't trade a player having a career year for a bust. Oh, that must be for Virtanen for Puljujarvi. Laura, have you watched any of the prospects in the World Juniors yet? Yeah, I kind of just talked about that, obviously, but you typed this about probably 20 minutes ago. Yeah, I have been watching Hoglander and Podkolzin at least on the first day, and a bit of Tori Untinen, but I haven't watched the last 2 days because of bowling, and we had a big party at our place today. But I'm certainly going to read up on them, and if you have anything to say about them and tell me who to watch. Obviously, I want to see how both Podkolzin and Höglander do as our top 2 draft picks this season. Could we see Colin or Chatfield make the team next year? Next year, yeah, Chatfield, I'm not so sure because I think Rafferty might be ahead of him, and even Breezeball might be ahead of him. And if Trampkin comes back, he'll be ahead of him. So I don't think Chatfield makes the team, especially if you still have Edler, Myers. You might not have Tanev. You might not have Stetcher. You have Hughes. Good question. I'm going to say yes to Lind as maybe a 3rd or 4th line guy, and no to Chatfield just because of depth and because I think some people have passed him. I don't know. What do you guys think? If they could do a Chris Higgins type trade or like Maxim Lapierre deal, as long as they don't touch the core, I'd be okay with it. Yeah, I'm fine with that. What about Virtanen for Elias Anderson? The good question. I really like Virtanen. I do like what I know of Anderson, but I don't know enough to make an educated opinion. I apologize for that, but I'm going to be honest with you. If the Canucks can trade to get Tyler Toffoli, I think they should take a serious look at it. Yeah, Toffoli and Pearson obviously have chemistry from back in the day, and we saw that Toffoli is a good, hard-nosed, big forward that's tough to play against. Yeah, I think they should look at it, but as always, when we're talking about trades, we're talking about what do you have to give up in return. All right, I'm trying to get through everything here before Jake comes down. I think I'm almost there. Let's keep on going. Should Sutter be moved because of Gaudette? Yeah, if the Canucks were not battling for a playoff spot, I would say move Sutter because to a team that wants to make the playoffs, then we could get some prospects or at least a draft pick back. You might not get much for him. But if the Canucks are in a playoff spot, then the same reasoning goes for keeping him, is you want that veteran leadership, a guy who can win faceoffs, a guy who can kill penalties. So, no, I don't think they're going to trade Sutter. I think they're going to be happy to have that depth. Sutter, Beagle, and maybe when you get to playoffs, Gaudette's the one that comes out because of his inexperience. I don't know. We'll see, but I don't see him being moved just because we have Adam Gaudette. I want to see even more of Gaudette, although he's doing well. Anderson is another bust. Can't trade Jake now. Why do you think Louis in and not Zach? That's a good question. I think Travis Green trusts his veterans. You can see it's very rare that a young player makes the team unless they're elite, like Hughes, like Besser, like Pettersson. And I think if you had to choose between Louis and Zach McEwen, he'll choose Louis because Louis can kill penalties, because Louis can be trusted defensively. And when you look at our bottom 6, it's pretty strong right now, right? With no Sutter, you still have Beagle, Schaller, Mott, Virtanen, Roussel, and Gaudette. I'd say McEwen wouldn't unseat any of those guys. And the fact that Louis is playing in the top 2 lines, you can't play McEwen up there right now. So that's why Louis is in and not Zach. Any word on Julevi? He's playing again, and hopefully he has his injury woes behind him, but you never know. I really want him to work out, just like we wanted Jake to work out. Virtanen's stick curve is sick. I didn't know that. That's cool to know. Lefty, I never liked Virtanen, but I heard him mic'd up. I was plenty surprised as vocals during the game. Yeah. I think Virtanen is a tiny bit polarizing. Maybe some people thought he was immature, but I love that mic up. I love the way he was going after. I think it was Max Domi calling him an idiot or a goofball or telling him to shut up. I can't remember. And yeah, Jake is definitely a good communicator on the ice, and he tries his best, obviously, to communicate. And I'm sure he's learning from all the veterans on the team, the Edlers, the Tanevs, the Horvats, and the Pearsons. And so, there's Jake. Jacob, just wait. I'm almost done. You got to kind of sit there and just wait, okay? You can sit there. Try not to distract me. Try not to distract any of these guys. We're almost done. I can do this. Okay, just sit there. Okay, good. Our third line is talented enough to be a second line. I think they're playing well, but I think that's going a little bit too far considering when you look at some other second lines across the league. Fillmore Wax, how is their depth compared to other teams? Are their transactions greater than teams making great trades? I like the use of players when they win. That's a good question. I like the Canucks' depth, but I wouldn't say it's the best overall compared to other teams. I think our second line with Horvat and Pearson, as much as I like them, still a little bit weak compared to other second lines, but they're doing their job. I do like our fourth line, and our third line has potential. So I'd say our depth is relatively average as well as we are playing. I think we are doing so well because of Jacob Markstrom and some elite performance. Our first line is really an elite line right now. All right. Let's wrap these last few. Oh, there's a lot actually. Okay, I have to go a lot faster then. Jake, just wait 5 minutes. No matter what, at 10:45 we're gonna bring you on. Okay, I'm going to try and get through a lot of these. 100 points. Okay. This is what happens when you scroll. You lose your play. He's having a good year. Best for Jake Vertanen, yeah. So now I'm just going to answer questions as opposed to comment on your comments. I'm going the 16th as well. Hope to see you there. Okay, I lied. Good, Harry. I hope to see you there too. Ryan, are you going to be at the Canucks Boston game on the ferry? Oh, sorry, Ryan. I know you've asked me that before. No, I will not be going to the 22nd game. I sold those tickets. Love your videos. I've been watching since the offseason. I've been watching ever since. I got a Bester jersey for Christmas, which I'm super stoked about. Thanks for making me happy every day. Well, thank you. It's gone.
Going data.
Okay, I think we're back. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to work on my my internet connection. Thank you, Goblin Toss. I'm glad that I make you happy. 100 points, Michael Tull says. Okay, that's good. I'm going to the games on the January 2 and the 16th. Okay, Chris, hopefully I'll see you on the 16th. 92 points, Laura. I think that's fair. So somewhere between 92 and 100. That's what I said. Who goes out when Levo's back? Oh, you know, I don't even want to think about that yet, Jacob. I think we're still 3 months away from that, and you never know what's going to happen. At the beginning of the year, I predicted 7 to 11 more points. Last year, they had 81 points. Yeah, so 7 to 11 more points would be 92 points. White Ninja, got to go to Walmart real quick. Okay, White Ninja, thanks for sticking around. Austin, I got a PD jersey for Christmas. Awesome gift. Lefty, what do you think about Jake Vertanen's hockey IQ? Is not the greatest. Talked about that at length. I think his IQ is getting better, and I think he's starting to show that he can have an all-around game. Let's see a couple more. I'm from Richmond too, Clay. I agree the good-looking part. Obviously, very few teams would want Jake Vertanen, in my opinion. Yeah, that's fair. They might want to see a bit more. Lefty all around. Sounds like you're not the biggest Vertanen fan, but that's cool. Curdy, what do you think about what Tort said today? I only caught the tail end of it, so I'll have to rewatch it. I know he's complaining about the refs in that Columbus-Chicago game. I'll have to get back to you on that. Canucks had really good puck possession tonight. Yeah, especially compared to yesterday's game against LA. AZ, and I wish... Asday, and I wish you came to Boston Pizza. I presume that's you, Ben. I wish I could have joined you too, but I only got home from church at 8, and then I had to eat dinner, clean up the house from our party, and then prepare for this. But invite me next time, and I'll make sure I meet you. Jacob Hilburn, LOL, I'm also Jacob and turning 16. There's another, hey, where'd you go? Jake, where'd you go?
Oh, I'm here.
You're hiding behind the couch? No, wait, no, you're not. No, go back, not yet. Jacob, there's another 16-year-old Jacob on here, which is cool. Samuel, I traveled to Washington and Pittsburgh to see the Canucks play. It was so awesome. That's awesome. Reason I give us top 2. Yeah, we have games in hand. With Ulevi, Rafferty, I think Stetcher can be traded or not re-signed. That's kind of what we talked about, Jamie. Thank you. Tony, some unreal performance for our goaltender. Okay, guys, I'm really sorry. I'm overwhelmed. I'm really surprised by all the questions, and I'm really sorry that I didn't get to all of them. This is what I'm going to do. Next week, you have my word, I won't have to do the 5 to 10 minute intro. I'm just going to start answering your chat questions right away. But I don't want to keep you guys all night. I got this guy yawning behind me, and I think whatever Jake says may be more entertaining than anything I've said for the past 43 minutes and 2 internet disruptions. So once again, thank you for all the chat comments you left. I'm really sorry if I didn't get to them. I will read all of them tonight before I go to bed once this video gets archived and uploaded. But I really want to thank you for taking the time to join me. I am going to read all these things, like I said, in a few minutes. But now, without further ado, I'm going to bring Jacob over here. Jake, come over here.
Okay. What can I do for you?
Okay, Jake, we're only going to go for 5 or 10 minutes.
Oh,
Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Hurry up. This is bad. This is bad internet here.
Oh, give us some. What do you want me to do? You want me to dance?
No. Okay. This is my son, Jacob.
Hello.
He is 16 years old, grade 11 at Hugh Boyd, and he's indeed the national 10-pin bowling champion for his age.
That's right.
Yeah. Good-looking guy. And Tony, I'm sorry I skipped your question twice. Tony, only for you, Tony. Just ask the question right now, and I'll answer it, and then we'll, for the rest of you, think of any question you want to ask Jacob. It can be about the Canucks. It can be about anything else.
Hi.
So, Tony, just write your question, and I promise I'll answer it. I apologize. That was not intentional. So we'll just kind of wait for him. Otherwise, for anyone who wants to leave now, that's fine. We will not get offended. I want to thank you. Remember, every Sunday at 10 p.m., I'll be doing this live stream, and we can talk Canucks. Next time, I will not spend so much time talking about myself because I've done the intro now. And between now and next Sunday, enjoy the Canucks playing Chicago and the Rangers, both at home. And I'll be doing daily vlogs. If you're obviously on my YouTube channel today watching this, so you know that I do these videos on YouTube. But check it out, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. God bless you. If you want to sign off now, I will not be offended.
Yes.
We're going to let Jake talk for the next 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll sign off for sure.
Okay.
I just want to answer Tony's question if he retyped it. Oh, he didn't. Oh, there. Is there any way of keeping Markstrom and Demko in the expansion draft? Thanks. Oh, hey, Tony, it's funny you mentioned that. I vlogged about that for 10 minutes earlier this morning. The short answer is no. There's no way we can keep both Demko and Markstrom if they're both signed to contracts. What are you doing? If they're both signed to contracts, unless we work out a side deal, kind of how teams did with Vegas, where it was, hey, we will trade you this guy or this prospect or this pick if you promise you don't touch these guys. I think it burned almost every single team, especially Florida, that did that with Vegas. So I don't think the Canucks will do that. I actually think they're going to re-sign Markstrom because he's proving his worth, and then they're going to figure out what happens with Demko after that. Markstrom is a UFA at the end of this year. Demko is a RFA at the end of next season. So, Tony, I apologize for skipping your question, but for the sake of brevity, I talked about this in my vlog today, so make sure you check that out earlier today. Okay. Here, well, numbers have actually gone up since you've come here. No, it hasn't. I'm just kidding. Okay, here we go. Going to the bottom of the chat. Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
A bunch of Canuck stuff. I don't think these are for you.
Okay.
Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
Hi, Jacob. Who's a better bowler, you or your dad?
Me. Next question.
No, expand on that.
Oh, I have been bowling for longer. Well, not really. He's bowled before, but I have been more in the sport over the last 5 years, and it was
fair.
definitely more even back then. But then I started working out, and then now I am a bit better, just a bit better.
But I can be good.
Once in a while.
How are you getting bowling tomorrow? Say I'm good.
You are good at bowling.
I'm okay. Definitely Jake's the best in our family. Sean, my elder son, is also better than I am. But I'm there. I'm getting there, and I play in a Tuesday night league as well. And we are definitely, what's that?
Michael Scott shirt.
That has nothing to do with bowling. What are you doing?
Next question.
All right, next question.
Yeah.
I
can't see it.
Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh no, here we go. Hey Jacob, are you more like your mom or your dad?
I'm the most hybrid of kids. I think I'm more like.
You can say it. Be honest.
Probably more like him.
Yeah, you're overthinking this.
No,
you look like me.
No.
People, he did a great announcement at church tonight, and we had half a dozen people came up and say, I see Clay, or he's just like you. So that was a compliment, because I think I'm a good public speaker. Yes, I get excited and I stutter a lot, but I'm a good public speaker. So that means you get that
good.
from me.
Okay.
What are some redeeming qualities from your mom, though, that you get?
She's very organized. Mom knows how to get things done.
Get things done. Come on.
Mom's good looking.
But I'm better looking. Okay, next question. Jacob, how do you think Brock Pedersen...
What?
How do you think Brock Pedersen...
That's not a person, that's a trick question.
Who are the two guys that he combined?
Brock Besser, Pedersen.
What's Pedersen's first name?
Petey? No.
His name is not Petey Pedersen.
Wait, I know this.
Oh, come on.
Jake? No, that's not
Jake Pedersen. Come on. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's either...
No, I got this. Just next question. I'll get it later on.
Okay. Well, at least he knows that Brock Pedersen isn't a real guy. All right, a few more minutes. Oh, good question. Will Jacob be a season ticket holder one day?
No.
Why not?
That season tickets cost money.
Yeah, you already mooch enough from me. Laura. Hi, Jacob.
Hi.
Who's your favorite Canuck?
My favorite Canuck right now are past. I'm assuming, all right, if we're going past, we're going back to Luongo, obviously, because he's amazing. Right now, I don't really know anyone, but I know that Brock Besser guy's pretty good. So let's say him.
So Besser's your favorite player?
Yeah.
Okay. I think this one's for me, but you're going to answer it. If Gaudette keeps getting better, do you think he'll challenge for the second line center role?
Absolutely.
Okay. Alfred. Jacob, do you prefer one-handed or two-handed bowling?
Two-handed bowling.
Why?
But I don't like... I throw it two-handed, but I like being the only one. only two-handed bowler. I get along with one-handed bowlers better.
There could be a bunch of your two-handed bowler friends that are watching this.
Yeah, everyone knows this. No worries.
So you're basically racist against two-handed bowlers.
Not racist, like handist.
That didn't sound good. Okay. Fernando, you thinking of turning pro?
Maybe. It's a possibility. Maybe for post-secondary, I'd like to go into some bowling stuff.
Right. So going to grade 12, and I'm not answering for you, but I technically am. But tell me if I'm saying anything wrong.
Yep.
There's a chance to build your profile up and get in the eyes of some scouts for U.S. colleges, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Jake, how's school going? I'm in high school too and suck at math. How are you at math?
Math is all right. I think grade 11 was the biggest year I'm in pre-calculus. So it's fun. I've always liked math growing up. This year it kind of sucks, but school in general is doing fine.
Okay. Yep. Jacob, physics magic. I'm not even sure what that means,
That's
Austin.
my friend Austin. He's in my, yeah.
Well, say hi to him.
Yeah, hi Austin. Hi Austin.
Are you embarrassed that Austin is watching
Yes,
my stream?
Very much.
Austin, you must be a great judge of character despite hanging around with this guy. Thank you, Austin. Thank you. How did he know I was on? He's good. He sounds like a good guy.
Yeah, he is. A nice
Okay,
guy.
a few more. Oh, Ryan Hume, Jacob.
Oh.
Okay.
Hello.
Christopher asked, by how much is Louis Eriksson overpaid?
13.
Actually, this is a fun game. Even if these questions are for me, you have to answer them.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
About 13.
Ryan, what was that Jacob emo? Austin, Jacob pulling hella girls. Hey, Austin, I don't know what that means, but I don't like the sound of that. How do you trade Markstrom?
How?
Yeah.
You trade him for a different player, and then you switch it.
What do you mean you switch
You
it?
switch the player. You trade Markstrom away, right?
Yeah.
Because we have Markstrom on our team, the Canucks.
Right.
So when you say trade, you want to trade him.
No, they're not asking how do you do a trade. They're asking how could you trade him? Because he's good.
Oh, okay. So we want to ask for because he's so good, we want to get someone that's equal level. So if we get Connor McDavid, that's a switch, and that'll go over.
So you think the Oilers would trade Connor McDavid for Jacob Markstrom?
Yes. With some money.
Ryan Hume, OMG Jacob Emo, national champ in the house.
Oh.
Yeah, he literally in my house. How many days of the year do you bowl, Jacob? Great question.
Whoa. I bowl about 3 to 4 times a week.
So half the year.
Yeah.
So what's half of 365?
180 something? 182.5?
That's actually better than I thought. Ryan, Humes versus Emo's bowling match.
Okay.
All 6 of you, Ryan, all 6 Humes against, how many Emos do we need?
Mom does not count. 4.
Okay, 4. Okay, we'll see. Okay, a few more. Hawks fan, Clay, you're awesome. Hawks fan, you are awesome.
Yes, you are.
Jacob, you slaying all the... What's wrong with you guys? Jacob, are you slaying all the girls in school or what? What does slaying mean?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Yeah, do you know that guy? Dean, is that another... or no? Okay. Okay, a couple more. If Adam Gaudette keeps getting better, do you think he will challenge Bo Horvat for the second line center role?
That's a question for me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. Okay, last few. Looks probably, I'm not sure what Ryan was talking about. That is possible. Okay, darn it. Clay, make sure your wife don't watch this. Don't worry, Michael. She doesn't watch any of my stuff.
That's right.
Jacob, by how much is Louis Eriksson overpaid?
Is this the same person?
Oh, yeah. Did I ask that already?
Yeah, 13.
Okay. Elias Eriksson. Do you like him?
That's not a person. Elias Pettersson.
Oh, Elias Pettersson.
There it is. Sorry.
Very good.
Sorry.
Okay, a few more. Jacob, how does it feel being the best emo?
In general, I'm good. I love it. Yeah.
Okay, what do you get from being a national champion? Is there any financial reward?
Absolutely not.
Jacob, can you drive or have your learners?
Yes, I do have my learners. I've been driving. I actually, funny story, I almost got into 2 car accidents over the past month, but I've been loving driving. I've had it for about 2 months for now.
Yeah, real funny. That's real funny. Jacob, what's your favorite go-to TV show?
The Office.
Jacob, how much money should Pettersson get on his next contract?
About 14
14 what?
amounts.
Who is the best Hughes brother? That's a great question, Laura.
Hughes. Like Quinn Hughes?
Quinn Hughes is one. That's the one we have.
Brian Hughes?
Brian Hughes is a very good player.
That's a person?
No, that is not a player. There's Jack Hughes.
Jack Hughes. Oh, the younger one that
Yeah.
we wanted.
Well, yeah, we couldn't get him, but he was drafted number 1. So who's better, Quinn or Jack?
I think Jack,
Okay.
because his name's close to Jacob.
Jake Pedersen.
Not a person.
Okay.
So close.
Brock Hughes.
Not a person.
Wait, last 3. Will you follow your dad in ministry? Great question.
That is a really good question. I've been wanting to do more ministry in the future because of this year. I thought it was a really good year for me in terms of youth ministry and just getting more involved. So, yeah, why not?
Last 2. Jacob, your favorite movie?
Disney movie, Aladdin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And last question. No, there's no more last questions. Now, someone just saying you shouldn't cheer for the Canucks since you don't know Pedersen's name, but you know his name.
Pedersen.
All right, Canucks fans, thank you for joining us. Do me a favor. I usually don't show for likes or comments or subscribes, but if you could hit that like button, you know, it's funny. All those people that say that in videos, they say, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. But if you, oh, look at that, it went up though. But if you do at least hit the thumbs up button, the like button, I would appreciate it from a standpoint of, yeah, you know, obviously with more likes, these videos will get more traction. And I think we had a good time here. So thank you to all of you for taking an hour out of your time on a Sunday night. I don't know if you're students, if you have to go to work, if you're enjoying the holidays, whatever it is, I appreciate you. Let me know too, even when the thing is done, actually I'll leave it on for like a minute. Leave a comment if you want to see Jacob become a regular part of these vlogs. He will not, he's got good self-esteem. He will not get offended if you say no. I will not get offended if you say no. But I think it might be a way, maybe I go Canucks from 10 to 10:45, and the last 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes can be question and answer with Jacob, and we kind of just see what happens because I think he does pretty good with this kind of thing.
Yeah, we could even get Sean in here sometimes, the lesser brother.
What do you mean the lesser brother?
We can have the other brother come in sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll bring him in once
or the sister.
Once he gets back from Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico.
All right, Canucks fans, thank you for watching. Enjoy the night. Keep on watching the vlogs. I really appreciate you. And let's keep talking Canucks. Have a great night. God bless and go Canucks, go.
Pedersen.
How do I stop this thing now?
You stop it.
How do I stop it?
You press the button.
Well, now we're just staring into this thing. Oh, it's over there.
Here you go.